Good morning, class. I am your teacher today, Professor Chloe. If you are new to my channel, thank you for joining me, and please hit that subscribe button below. Today we are learning about James Monroe, who happened to be our 5th President of the United States. Here's a picture of him. Looks like a very young guy compared to the other pictures that we have of the other presidents. So let's jump right into this. I hope you're ready to take notes, my class. I know I'm being kind of silly today, but Silver Mist, you're going to love this one. So James Monroe served for one term from 1817 to 1825, and his vice president was Daniel D. Tomkins. On April 28, 1817, the Rush-Bagot Agreement, Britain's minister to the U.S., Charles Bagot, agrees to the conditions of the agreement. Acting as the Secretary of State, Richard Russ sends documents to Britain in August of 1816. In 1816. Final version of the treaty that Monroe negotiated with Britain Foreign Minister Robert Castlereagh, if you remember I talked about him yesterday, and it limits the naval capacity on the Great Lakes. June 1st, 1817, Monroe tours New England. It was a lengthy 16-week tour. It fosters sense of national unity with opposing Federalists, and it gives birth to Monroe's era of good feelings. December 1st, 1817, the Aguirre Mission, policy of neutrality towards Latin America, and a fact-finding mission to Buenos Aires. December 10th, 1817, Mississippi becomes a state, so that is now the 20th state of the Union. In his term, a lot happened with expanding the country. Okay, so December 26, 1817, the Seminole Indians uprising. The Secretary of War, John C. Calhoun, orders General Andrew Jackson to quell the uprising in the Floridas and South Georgia. This is all under December 26. So March of 1818, Jackson pursues the Seminoles to Spanish Florida. March 6th, Jackson takes fort at St. Mark's and forces surrender of Fort Carlos de Barrancas. Please forgive me if I'm pronouncing some of these Spanish names incorrectly. I never took Spanish. June 18th, 1818, Jackson, Florida, and Spain. Monroe disapproves of Jackson's actions of the above. Protesting British, Spain, and France, Monroe states Jackson's behavior were acts of war, and orders Pensacola to be returned to Spain. October 20th, 1818, Anglo-American Convention. The British and U.S. conclude the treaty. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. Britain's and U.S. conclude the treaty resolving some outstanding issues from the War of 1812. The north border of the Louisiana Purchase goes from the Lake of the Woods to the Rocky Mountains, and Rush-Bagot formally signed the convention. I think that's what it means. I was just kind of briefly summarizing, so forgive me if I'm incorrect. December 3rd of 1818, Illinois becomes a state, so that's the 21st state of the Union. December 14th, 1818, Alabama becomes the 22nd state of the Union. January 1st, 1819, the Panic of 1819. There was a sharp decline in real estate. Inability to secure bank loans inflates the currency, causes imports and prices to fall. In March of that year, price of cotton collapses in English market. That's all under January 1st. February 15th, 1819, debates over Missouri statehood, triggered by New York Republican Congressman James Talmadge Jr. 2,000 slaves reside in the territory. The U.S. is split 11 to 11 states with and without slaves. So 11 states with slaves, 11 states without. And the Missouri Territory population surpasses the maximum of 60,000. Sounds like a lot, but it's probably not. February 22nd, 1819, Transcontinental Treaty. Adams-Onis Treaty resolved. Transfers Florida from Spain to the U.S. for $5 million. Spain relinquishes claims to Oregon Territory. March 6, 1819, McAuliffe versus Maryland. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that last name. James Marshall finds the states can't tax federal agencies. March 6th of 1820, Missouri Compromise. Monroe signs that. March 15th, 1820, Maine becomes the 23rd state in the Union. December 6th, 1820, Monroe is reelected. March 2nd, 1821, Military Establishment Act. Monroe signs it, and it was forwarded by the Secretary of War, Calhoun. It reduces the Army by 40% to 6,126 men. March 5th, 1821, Monroe is inaugurated for his second term. Wait a minute. 1817. What the hey? Did I get something wrong here? Am I reading the wrong one? No. Madison? 17. 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, I'm sorry. He served 2 terms. My mistake. I was getting a little confused. Sorry, class. So Monroe was inaugurated on March 5th, 1821. August 10th, 1821, Missouri becomes the 24th state in the Union. May 4th, 1822, Monroe vetoes the Cumberland Road Bill, and it would have extended the construction to Zanesville, Ohio. August 20th, 1823, the No Transfer Principle. A letter to Richard Rush from Britain Foreign Secretary George Canning discreetly, and it requires European powers from exchanging colonies or getting new possessions from Spain. December 2nd, 1823, Monroe Doctrine announced. Monroe formally foreign policy position, announces the foreign policy position, and that remained the policy until the 20th century. It didn't say exactly when. January 1st, 1824, the Cherokee chiefs arrive in Washington, D.C. They object to the removal policy by the government and pleads the right to stay in Georgia. I missed a date in here, so I gotta check here. Okay, April 30th, 1824, General Survey Bill. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers produced the surveys, plans, and estimates. Monroe buys 1,500 shares of stock for $300,000. May 22nd, 1824, the Tariff of 1824. I didn't write any description on that. August 15th of 1824. This is where Silver Mist is going to love this. Marquis de Lafayette visits the U.S. Say hello to America's favorite Frenchman, Lafayette! Okay. Those are for people that watch Hamilton. Okay. Silver Mist, stop laughing. January 1st. No. This is where I got mixed up. Okay. November 1st, 1824. Monroe doesn't seek re-election. But these are the people that vied for the... Holy cow, that was a... Oh my gosh. I don't know if you saw that. A huge crow just flew like really close to my window. Okay. Sorry. Get back to the thing. These men sought the presidency. Henry Clay, William Crawford, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, and John C. Calhoun. Okay. January 1st of 1825. Yeah, 1825. Monroe concedes to the Indian removal, and they were moved west of the Mississippi. And then March 4th of 1825, John Quincy Adams was inaugurated. So again, if you want any more information about any of those items that I read off to you in detail, please comment below. Let me know, and I will certainly get back to you in the comment section. Tomorrow we talk about our 6th president, who was obviously John Quincy Adams. So I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. It was a little bit shorter. Tomorrow's is going to be even shorter because he didn't do much in his 1 term of presidency. And so tomorrow's is going to be even shorter lesson. But I really thank you guys for watching these videos. I hope that you guys are getting some education out of these. Like I said, a lot of people don't realize some of these men were our presidents because they're never talked about. And the reason I'm doing this is to get you to understand what each president did to help our country out. Now, as you could see in Monroe's presidency, several states became states during his two terms of presidency in 8 years. So the country is starting to grow a little bit further west, and so we'll see what happens with John Quincy Adams. You can see I haven't written anything down for him yet, except for how long he's been in office and who his vice president was. So join me tomorrow for John Quincy Adams. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me on this journey for the past couple of years. And like these videos, share them with your friends on your social medias for anybody that might be interested in presidents and what they did during their term. Like, dislike, whatever. And we will see you guys tomorrow for John Quincy Adams. You guys have a sunny day. Class dismissed.